want? What you want? Come on. What you want?
What's going on, everybody? Pharaoh Black, bring you another review. This time is of the Kick Ass 2 action figure Kick Ass, or as you see on the package, KA2. Of course, he's KA, and I'm really guessing that's, you know, more of being conservative for the children, so it doesn't have any curse words or whatever. But this is the back of the packaging. Show the other two figures available. Short little bio. If you haven't seen the movie, well, if you have seen the movie, you won't need to know the bio. If you haven't seen the movie, then you don't. I mean, I'm not reading you the bio. Go out and watch the movie. It's worth it. And maybe even pick up the comic and read that. But let's crack this figure open and see what's going on with it. Okay, here's the figure. It's inside of a tray, nothing special. 2 batons and 2 extra hands. They're just closed fist. I'm really only showing you this, you know, just so you know it's one single twisty tie, so it's not going to be really difficult to get the figure out. But once you open the package, you're going to smell a crap load of paint. I mean, as soon as you open the blister up, that's what's going to just hit you in the face. So be ready for that. And here's the figure out of the tray, out of the packaging and everything. And my opinion on it, for the most part, it's a pretty good figure. It's more articulated than the Mezco Kick-Ass figures from the first movie, so that's a definite improvement. The articulation goes, he has a head swivel, excuse me, left to right. He can turn it, you know, all the way this way. This collar piece here is not connected to the neck. You can actually move it up or down. So his head moves down, moves up at a fair rate. Get him to look up. Ab crunch. Now, that's standing straight for the most part, and it can lean forward to about there. So it's not much, but it does twist. So that's good because he has no waist joint. Arms all the way up, all the way out. You even probably bend it upward. I like that. That's about where you're gonna get it to. Now you have a single jointed elbow. It's pretty tight. They bend to, especially they bend to about there. They also swivel. There's no bicep swivel, so pretty much that's where you're going to get the articulation from. Now with the wrist, it moves at 2 points. Well, it moves at 3 actually. The top of the glove cuff or whatever, it turns there, and then it turns at the actual wrist, which I don't really think that needed to turn if that was going to turn. But you also have a joint where you can move the wrist back and forth rather. The legs are on this DC Universe type joint where this piece here moves up. You can get the figure leg upward to about right there, and then you have the outward articulation there. So you can't get them into a full split, but you know, you can get them to split like so. Now the knees, turn it around, there's a hinge there and there, They bend at the top joint to about right there, and then they bend at the lower joint to about there. So this is pretty much how you're going to end up having to bend this leg. It also swivels. It swivels at the top. It also swivels at the bottom, closer to his calf. That joint actually kind of works because I think he wears knee pads. I'm not really sure, but it just doesn't look that bad, so I didn't really mind it. As far as the ankle articulation goes, up and down, because it's on the ball joint, you know. So it swivels around, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, for the most part, it's a pretty nice figure. It's tonfas. They're made out of a more of a durable type plastic. Now, I wouldn't recommend bending these things like too far. You might break them, but you know, everything is pretty pliable. What you want to do is you want to pretty much insert it from the hand from the bottom and twist and work your way up until you have it to where you want it. So also, he comes with 2 holders on the back for the tonfas. You know, just pretty much stick it in, and there you have it. He carries them on his back. To swap out his hands, you're going to just grab it at these 2 points, and you're just going to wiggle it and pull until it pops. Replace the hand, hold it, and swivel it around until you get it in there, and there you go. He just has fist. As far as the paint apps go, I mean, it's not really much paint here, but the boots are nice. You know, they're pretty nice, dirty, wheat colored Timberland looking construction boots. But from a distance, the lines look okay, but when you get closer, you can see a lot of like paint slop in there. And like likeness wise, it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good likeness of the character. But I mean, it could have been better. I mean, especially when I get into the Hit Girl and the MFer. I won't be calling him the MFer. The motherfucker is what I'm going to call him. That's who he is. If anyone has a problem with it, you take it up with the people who decided to name him that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that for the most part, he's a pretty good figure. I like him a lot. What I don't like about it is, like I said, the paint slop is. It's just certain things about this figure's paint, like the lines and everything, is just not that good. On my version, see above the glove isn't even painted. It's like they just decided to paint the glove while it was plugged into the socket, and that's not really cool at all. They retail, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're $18.99 on BBTS. That's Big Bad Toy Store. Click the link in the bottom of the description. It will send you over there, and you can get you a set of these figures. But like I said, if I had to give out of a score of 10 for a NECA product, I would give this particular figure here, saying that he has nice articulation and for the most part he's about accurate, I'd give him out an 8, 7.5, 8. I mean, you know, some of you guys judge a little too hard. I mean, I would like to have had maybe some double joints and everything else, but you know, for the most part, he's pretty cool. So, with that being said, this is Pharaoh Black, Kick Ass 2 figures. If you like them, get them. If you don't, you know, don't get them. It really makes no difference to anyone but you. And as always, peace and love.